on this computer. Hi, Chris. I'm so glad to see
Hello.
you here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me today. I'm glad you were able to keep me in a nice schedule right here today.
Yes, yes. And so tell me what brings you in today.
Um, it's kind of hard to talk about a little right here, but I mean, since we were on your timer here, and we really wanted to talk about this, get down to it.
Yeah.
Been not exactly suffering from it though, but it's been egging me on a
Mhm.
little about I guess feeling a little down about my life recently relating
Okay.
to social media a little bit.
Okay. Okay. So you're feeling more down lately. And when did this start, Chris? When did you start feeling more down?
It started about a couple of weeks ago, or
Okay.
yeah, a couple of weeks ago. I was
Okay.
just scrolling through my phone, my social medias, checking out Facebook and Instagram, and I was seeing a lot of my friends and old classmates posting a lot of positive things about themselves. They were graduating,
Hmm.
they were making money,
Hmm.
um, posting some little parties too they're going to.
Yeah. And 2 weeks ago, was there any significant changes in your life that took place?
You could say I pretty much started a new job too. Started a new
Okay.
job, and it was kind of hard getting to know new people there too. So I just went to social media, like my comfort zone.
Okay, so you got a new job and you're like, I'm gonna get on social media more. And the more you've been on, you've been seeing yourself compare yourself to your
Yeah,
friends and
kind of. Yeah,
okay,
compare myself to others. I would say, yeah, yeah, you're right on the spot right there. Yeah.
okay, okay. So I have a question about have you been depressed in the past?
Yeah. I mean, I think we all have, a little bit
Okay.
things. It could be. I remember one time doing bad in school one time, and I didn't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
And I remember one time that I think my car got messed up one time, and I was
Yes.
on the side of the road, and I was like, oh man, I
Yeah.
have to pay for that too right here. Like that's another more bills right there. Just thinking about
Right.
different things, grades and bills and money.
And how did you cope with depressive feelings in the past? Do you remember?
Um, Sometimes I would just go for a run,
Yeah.
sometimes try to clear my mind because usually one of my friends recommended me that before, and
Okay.
I was like maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, and I would say it kind of did help a little. Yeah.
Yeah, like get those natural endorphins going. Okay, so and then is this the first time you felt some depressive feelings from social media?
Oh yes, yes. Usually I'm pretty happy about it usually, but
Okay.
recently, yeah, it's been taking me down a lot. Making me
Okay.
feel very down lately.
Okay, so I want to help you become aware of your current thought process. So you're seeing other people's posts, you're beginning to compare yourself to them, and this constant comparing is leading to feelings of depression, and you're checking your phone more often, and so this is a lot of time on your phone and comparing yourself. And so I want to dive deeper with you, Chris. I want to talk about when you feel depressed. Can you tell me what is it what does it feel like to feel depressed? How are you feeling when you experience those depressive feelings?
Um, I guess you say like a failure sometimes,
Okay.
sadness,
Okay.
maybe lonely. I guess sometimes. I guess you could say,
Yes.
yeah.
You're saying I'm a failure. I'm feeling I'm more lonely. Everyone's doing better than me.
Mhm.
Okay. And can you tell me about a current day? So your current schedule, is the depression causing more sleep, low motivation, or do you find any other changes?
Yeah, I would say my sleep schedule's a little messed up
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Usually I'm working like a 7 to 3 job right here, and
Okay.
sometimes I'm having a hard time sometimes sleeping,
Okay.
and I don't want to go to the next day. If that makes sense. It's
Okay.
like.
Yes. Because the comparing is really getting you down. And on a scale from 0 to 100, so zero's being pure happiness
Mm.
and no symptoms of depression, 100 being the most depressed you've ever felt. How do you feel after being on social media for the day?
Like just today in general, or just any other day you're talking about? Like,
Well, just most days. We can say today.
okay, I mean, usually, I would say about a 70, probably 75,
Okay.
maybe 80 sometimes on some days. Yeah.
Okay, so about an 80. Okay, that's pretty high. So Okay, I want to help you evaluate some current beliefs and thought patterns. So let's go back to your statement. I go on social media and I see that everyone is doing better than me. So, Chris, I want to ask, where is the evidence that everyone is doing better than you? How do you know?
Well, mainly I'm just looking at the photos and I see
Yeah.
like a friend will post, "Hey, I got a new car." They'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, hey, I got this cool. I'm going to this concert right here out of town."
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, they're going on vacation somewheres." Like they'll be at the beach. Maybe
Hmm.
they're at this cool like house party with some cool people. They're at
Yeah.
this cool concert that's like, costs a lot of money to go.
Right.
And maybe sometimes they even show off their jobs too. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, I'm still working this job and they're over here working this job now," like
Yes. Okay. So so you see maybe one or a few posts and maybe it's their highlight reel and it feels like their whole life is going better than yours.
so like a highlight kind of thing we're looking at. Huh. Never really
Maybe.
thought about that, huh? That makes a little sense. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, my next question is there another way we could look at this?
Like
Maybe,
looking at their success, like he's kind of said, like a
yeah.
highlight reel.
Yeah. Maybe could it be a highlight reel?
Huh. I never really thought about that. I always just thought every time looking at the picture, I always just thought like, hey, this is something that's probably going on with them daily, like, hey, they're
Yeah.
probably like living this kind of lifestyle, like, day to day, week to week.
Right, right. I'm wondering, like, would you say that you can know someone's full story by looking at their social media pages?
I mean, now that you kind of mentioned the whole highlight, and then you kind of think about like, the sports scenarios with highlights, that you'll
Right.
see like
That's a
a
good one.
basketball player or a football player to be like, check out the highlight of the game. So it's just one thing that happened in the game. But
Right.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
I
That's a good
kind of
one.
I kind of get what you mean right there. Okay, no, I kind of see that. You said like a high. I like that idea. You said a highlight.
Yes, like and even let's take it a step further. So
Okay.
let's say one of your friends they are doing better. What does that mean to you if you aren't doing as well as one of your friends or as everyone else?
Like I said, I compare myself to them, and I just think
Yeah.
that like they're probably at 100, and I'm over here like at a 20 or 30.
Mhm.
Like I'm down here, they're up here. Like and
Right.
like, just comparing myself. We're like I feel like we were here like in high school and everything, but now we're here now. Like
Yes. Well, let's talk about a real life example. So tell me the name of someone you follow that you may think be doing better.
my friend Benjamin, yeah, he
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, he's over there in medical school now, and he's almost done with medical school. He's like he's saying he's about to be a resident pretty soon. I was
Oh,
like, wow,
yes.
that's really good for him. I was like, man, I could have sworn we just graduated the other day. Like,
Mhm. And he's out
I
there.
was like,
So yeah, let's go over like the healthy thought process again. So Benjamin posted a photo and it looks like he is having fun and doing well. Maybe we can acknowledge that social media is filled with people's highlight reel and their best moments, but Benjamin, maybe he has struggles of his own that he's not posting online. Could that be true?
I mean, yeah, now that we're actually talking about it more in the open, like back to back, I
Yeah,
can kind of see, like I said, I'm really focused on your whole point where you said the highlight. It still goes back to me thinking about that, like, wow, maybe they're just showing certain points that are
right.
very, very good that I'm not seeing.
Yes.
Maybe, perhaps.
Yes. Yes. I think we could explore that more. And so, Chris, when you think about people may just be posting their highlight reel and you're viewing it this way, where would you place yourself on the scale from 0 to 100, as in 0 being pure happiness and 100 being the most depressed you've ever felt?
And we're just going back to how I feel again, or how I think they
Yeah.
feel. Oh,
Yeah. So at first you were at 80. You're like, you're seeing yourself, you're comparing, you're at 80. But when you go back on social media and you filter it for more of this could be their highlight reel, I know they may be struggling with things too. Does that bring that number down?
yeah, like I said, now I'm thinking about it a little more. Yeah, I don't feel as bad as anymore now because I
Yeah.
think to myself maybe I can post a highlight reel myself, and maybe I
Yeah.
can. But
Yes.
but I think instead of being an 80 now, I'm feeling more like I would say like thinking about that maybe about a 40, maybe a 40 now.
Now down to a 40.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
All
was like
right.
I'm still a little sad about it, still a little
Yeah.
sad, but not
Yes, of
not as bad
course.
as thinking about that bad.
Of course, it takes time to process that and to think about that kind of that new thought process. I know this is new. This is a new
Mhm.
thought process. And so we're going to spend some time thinking about it more. And so going into that, so I want to go back to the depressive feelings too. So this depression, like you said, is causing disrupted sleep. We're feeling more low motivation, and that low motivation may be affecting some personal life, your work. And so I want to talk about ways we could help those depressive feelings. So I know we can't always control our thoughts and our feelings, but we can control a lot of our behaviors. So I have a question for you that, and it will kind of dive into some of our homework. Um, Chris, is there something that you've been wanting to do for a long time that this recent depression has been causing you to avoid?
Yeah, I've been wanting to travel a little more. Yeah, I've been
Okay.
wanting to travel a little more.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. So traveling, that sounds fun. So I want to talk about how we could incorporate that into this week. I know planning a trip's going to take some time,
Of
but
course. Yeah.
I have two homework ideas I want to discuss with you. So I'm really going to recommend homework, journaling. So
Okay.
cognitive journaling is going to be really effective at monitoring these thought processes. And then I want to talk about more how we could take steps towards that travel that you've been desiring to do. Do you have a Pinterest?
Like a Pinterest account, you mean? Like,
Yeah.
or yeah, I got one. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so there's not, you could like Pinterest maybe some travel ideas. Is there some planning you could do for traveling in the future? Can you think of other ways that you could implement a trip or plan a trip in the future?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you're saying that we should start doing that, maybe I could start maybe saving up for one. Maybe start saving up a trip.
Yes.
I
Okay.
I can probably maybe plan ahead. Maybe since I'm working a job too, maybe I can maybe request some days off in advance, probably to make.
Yes. Okay, I like those. Request some
Yeah.
days off in advance, and then let's come up because I want this to be a really like specific, attainable goal. So I want it to feel doable. I don't want it to be overwhelming. What is how much do you think you can set aside each week for your travel budget?
We can. I could probably set up about maybe 300 a week. Probably we could do that.
Okay.
Maybe 300 from a
Okay.
paycheck. Yeah.
Okay, so let's set aside, let's plan, and we can always modify. So I will check next week how it goes, but let's set aside 300 a month or a week for your travel budget, and then maybe start thinking about those days that you want to take off and plan for those in advance. And then I want to introduce the idea of a thought journal for you.
Without
So
her. Okay. All right.
do you think that you have 5 minutes a day that you could write?
Yeah, I think I could definitely make some time for that. Yeah, I could do it maybe before lunch or maybe before I go to bed. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
I like the idea at the end of the day. Let's shoot for the end of the day if
Okay.
that's
End of the day.
possible. So a thought journal, there we're gonna have three columns, and I'm gonna send you home with a template.
All
But
right.
we're gonna talk about you're gonna write about a situation, your feelings, and the accompanying thoughts or the automatic thoughts that come from that. So I'm gonna give you an example. So I know we talked about you're spending too much time on social media, you feel. So the situation, I spent too much time on social media today. Then those feelings are going to be, I'm feeling more down and depressed. And then the thoughts, maybe I'm inferior to my friend Benjamin. I'm in not doing as well. And so I want you to kind of see that connection, how your thoughts and feelings are connected to your behavior. All three of those are interrelated. And perhaps it could also be a positive too, such as I spent some time with friends today. I feel encouraged. I am a good friend. So I'm going to send you home with that. Just 5 minutes at night. I want you to think about a situation that happened that day, your feelings, and then the thoughts that came from those feelings. Does that seem doable?
Oh, that seems perfectly fine. Yeah. Thank you so much for walking me through the whole process. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and the template I'll send you home with, so it should be pretty good. And then this will show us some patterns. So 5 minutes at the end of every day as you reflect, and then let's do that travel, start some traveling goals.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Okay. It sounds pretty cool. Just getting
Yes,
a
and
whole
we'll
plan.
see. how that improve if that improves any symptoms of depression. And we can always modify to make it fit your goals better. And we're going to keep working every week. So I'd love to see you here next week at the same time if that works for you.
No, yeah, I'll definitely sign up right away, you know.
Okay,
I'll be down.
awesome. Well, it was great to see you today. I think you made great progress.
Yeah, thank you so much for seeing me today. I really feel way better about myself today. Thank you so much.
So glad. Yes, you're welcome.